welcome back to Watch Taylor wreck his chess.com elo. I hit a high the other day of 1638 and now I'm to 1546. So which was kind of to be expected. I just gotta have an extreme amount of controlled environment, focus kind of situation, and that's not let me get this microphone a little closer. How about that? Let's see how this looks. Yeah, we're fine. So I'm in Florida, and there's the background, and you can't really see it. But the ocean's right there. Right there. See where that car just went by? Anyways. We're going to do a 10-minute. If you'll ever click, here we go. Alright, black. So I'm in a massive slump. Black against a 1530. This is probably the lowest rated opponent I've played in a few days, or a few games. What is this? Yeah, this is fine. Alright, now that I'm done messing with that, time gambit. Alright, so we're going to do this. No, I'm going to do this. So we can still let the bishop out. I think I'll take back with pawn. Fianchetto, bring the bishop out. Here, actually. Actually, if he pushes a pawn, then that doesn't as much work. But that is a positional weakness I wouldn't mind forcing. So that's fine. We'll roll with it. Very solid. I am looking at the screen from the side, kind of, so I'm not crazy about that, but very solid position. So he had to move this pawn twice, so that's good for me, I suppose. What about these? I like this. I'll just trade off the knight. The bishop's kind of stupid at this point. I think I'm just going to try and play with my pawn right here. Otherwise, I feel like he could kind of pick me apart by pushing the f-pawn. So my idea is actually to reroute the knight to e7 and then to d5. Maybe even line my pawns out. Clearly this is not the place to be any longer for my knight. Can't go to any of these squares. Okay. Just bringing more support to the d5 square. I find sometimes that if I'm, okay, he's probably trying to push at this point. In which case I can actually, I think I'm going to try and occupy the file first, because if he pushes, I'm winning a knight. Sometimes I'm a little better if I record, because I'm actually thinking through what I'm doing a bit more. This still works, so now I think we have the ability to make this trade. I mean, we might as well get this bishop on this diagonal because it's not going to do anything here any longer. Well, we do have to try and keep this pawn guarded, so let's go here. Maybe have this idea soon. Yeah, it's hard to think of what's the best way to navigate this position. Alright, now I can double my rooks. I think that's better for me. And then if he wants to take away my my bad bishop, I'm probably gonna be alright with that. Wait. No. For a second I thought I could win this. I take, he takes. I take, he takes. Now wait a second. I take bishop. He takes queen. I take queen. He takes bishop. So that's equal. And then I come up here. I think I like this for me. I'm either gonna lose immediately or win immediately. Okay. Or sorry, not necessarily win immediately. So he has to trade and then I control the file. Okay. This is actually another example of me controlling the file. Or should I try and get Wreck and Rooks and have them both on the second rank? I think that's what I should do. You can't put a rook here. And I just go like here. Okay. Alright, yeah, we might be getting somewhere. So I just go here. After this, I'm not sure what I do though. Oh yeah, he messed up. I think. Can't I just win this pawn now? Or do I just come up? Yeah, I'm gonna come up this side of the board and use the fact that I have this attack going. Controlling this file. I do think I can win this pawn, but if I do that, he takes the c file, which is not as bad now that my king's not on the back ranks, so Now I can't, but that's all right. I could potentially go here and here. Does that work? Okay, so what about this? Takes, and then I got this. But he can take the, okay, so I'm gonna do this first. Is this completely okay for me to take now? I'm gonna try it. I mean, he can take the file now, but it doesn't as much matter because he can't attack me. And this is a pawn he would need to go through, and I'm going to be sitting there with my rook. So I think this is much better for me. Already in a time constraint situation, though. I'm up a pawn, so we can trade off these two pawns, but he can't protect this one. And I have 3 connected passed pawns. I guess maybe 2, because this... So this is, I mean, I think I'm definitely better here, but it's kind of tricky to know how to navigate. So I can go here. Okay, wait. Yeah, so now I go here, and he has to decide whether he wants to defend. Okay, yeah, so we trade. The trade is the way to go. So we're traded on the pass pawns or the outside flank pawns. All right. Go ahead and take our second pawn up. This has to be mate pretty soon. Yeah, I would like to do this, but then he has this. I'm thinking this, but I just don't want to run out of steam. It can't hurt. Let's do it. So now this comes with check. And yeah, we're just gonna steamroll down the board at this point, I think. Attack the rook. Rook has to move. I'll go ahead and put my rook here so he can't check me. Yeah, believe it or not, part of the reason why I wanted to record was actually to not suck. Because I've been losing a lot of games. One of the worst slumps I've been on. Especially seeing how 2 days ago I was my highest rating ever. All right, so I go there. Let's check him. I'm gonna go here, and I'm pretty sure this is mate. Am I? Yeah, I'm fine with that, right? Yeah, let's take a rook off the board. I have a minute left. I'm centralizing my rook and getting it closer to my king so I can get my king into the pawn pushes. At this point, can I just push that pawn? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just winning here. He can't even stop it. Yeah, so he resigns. He couldn't stop it because, and it's going to reset my, no, it's not. That's great. I don't like when it resets my screen. He goes here, he hangs a rook, two different ways. He goes here, he hangs a rook. You know, he goes to F2, you know, I promote. Cool. So I'm gonna go here in game review screen. Oh, you know what? I've been on game review screen this whole time, which is fine because that's a lot better than not having the game up at all, which I've done before. Not that I posted it, but okay. We're already on game review screen, so there's that. Let's see what we got accuracy wise. I'm gonna say low 80s at the most. Yeah, we're just gonna act like we didn't see that. Yeah, we don't need that in our life. What does this screen look like whenever I'm... Okay. That's fine. Cool. All right, well, I got to go pretty soon. We're going to go out on a catamaran and watch the sunset and hopefully see some dolphins. So everybody have a good rest of your day. Take luck and don't get cooked. GG's, chat.